What's up YouTube, COD4Man221 here, and welcome back to Cody here to Online Replay. We're playing as the OKW, and we are in Season 4 currently. And we're playing with Nick, who's my ally, who's playing as the Wehrmacht. And we go up against two American players here. And they're their names. Now we're playing on Crossing in the Woods, and usually on this map, I'm usually on this side, fighting over this field here, and Nick is on the side I'm taking. So we switched it up. We were just placed there. So I've actually been enjoying the OKW a lot, and I thought I'd bring you something I haven't brought you before. I've never used the Storm Tiger. At least I don't think I've showed you a video with me using it. The last time I remember this guy being in a video was on, it was like a map with 3 bridges. It was a COH1 map, they brought in a COH2, and we won it. It was like an hour-long artillery duel, and we actually managed to win that. Anyway, this is very aggressive from my opponent, and he's going to hop into the house here, and there's nothing I can really do to stop him. Frankly, just because of the fact that I have no flame grenades yet, because I've not built a headquarters, so I'm bringing it out right now. This is good. He's actually going to go up and outflank me here. So I'm going to turn on my Kupelwagen. I wish I actually suppressed, but I've been on the receiving end of that way too many times. So I'm going to move my Storm Pioneers to the side of the building here just to start pouring fire into the building close range. And we're able to actually, even with these guys, and they're actually in no cover here, so we're actually doing a little bit of damage to them. And so I'm grabbing another squad here, another Volksgrenadier squad. And thank you to the person in the last video that told me that it's actually, you have to go into the modding section and download the mod preview. They may implement some of those features, they may not, for the balance mod coming out. And that would get rid of the Volksgrenadiers combat package. And so we're going to repair a nice little Kupelwagen, who has 3 kills so far on American Rifleman. So you can see on this side, Nick has gone with a sniper approach. And he is securing the victory point and the munitions. He has taken one guy out with his sniper here and machine gun. This is probably a good combination between the sniper and the machine gun, suppressing them and then hitting them. Right, we're under fire from these guys here, and I don't really. We're in cover, they're not. Now they're in heavy cover, though, so I have to push up here, just try to suppress them. See, Nick is messing with his sniper. He's actually forced to retreat because he got outflanked, and it's been a while since we've seen the assault engineers. Good unit. So these guys are actually kind of winning this engagement, and he's going to go right for my cutoff. Now, this thing I have to worry about on this map. The center, when it's open like this, because Nick and I usually split off on the crossing the woods, just Lipton and I, just any ally I have, we usually split for the two fuel points. Leaves the middle open, and all you do is just cut this off. He's even laying down mines. Look at what commander he has, what Massacre has. He has his commander shouldn't. Rifleman defenses. Okay, that's how they have the mine. Okay, we get that. Anyway, my Kupelwagen almost got destroyed here. I'm forced to fall back. I don't have anything to really stop this little push here. I've got units that are injured. And we're getting our butt kicked right now, so I have to shift these units in. They're quickly getting reinforced and going back. I gotta reestablish our fuel connection. Nick is in a little bit of trouble. They have cut off his sniper from retreating. And I managed to push my opponent off here. I do have the beautiful incendiary grenades now, and I'm gonna click my units right here, and they're gonna take a little bit of fire damage there to their health. Let's go. And I meant to be reinforcing and healing up. The Kupelwagen was just a misclick with it. He's gonna push back Nick here. His sniper does have 8 kills so far, which is pretty decent. But he really needs some more infantry up along the front line here, especially the amount of infantry he's dealing with here. I don't know why I retreated that squad there. Let's talk about my doctrine really quickly. I'd really use this doctrine because I don't think it originally had the Storm Tiger on it. They're taking our fuel here. So basically, it gives you the Panzer Commander. The great thing are the heat shells. Emergency repairs are good, and then you can boost the signal, and it'll kind of show you through the fog of war just on the map down here where vehicles are. So that's pretty decent. And then we also have the Storm Tiger, which I'm going to try to use in this game. And these guys got healed. I'm grabbing a second Storm Pioneer. These are just so much better than these Volkskriegeers. Really kind of suck. Like, they don't have any kind of upgrades whatsoever. Anyway, they're in negative cover here, which is kind of nice. And yeah, I'm now vet 1, so I will push back this assault here, and the Storm Pioneers need to focus on this guy right here. Lieutenant's in trouble. He is in negative cover and getting shot at by 4 units, so he's forced to fall back there. The fuel has been secured on this side once again, and I'm going to take the victory point right here. Now the middle is just being left open just temporarily. And they do have a utility car, and I was telling Nick, you know, you got to be a little careful of the utility car, because he doesn't really have a whole lot to... That's a good counter to a sniper, basically, where the Americans, the utility car. He's laying down a mine here. So he can't shoot while he's doing this. And yeah, you just dropped an anti-tank mine.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
So pretty sneaky, these guys here. They have a lot of infantry. There's 5 units kind of moving in a blob fashion, all heading Nick's way. So we have 10 enemy units heading his way. And his defenses are pretty... He doesn't have a lot of units. Let's hop on the Nick and see what kind of manpower. He has a lot of manpower. He definitely should upgrade at this point. He's just going to be pushed back here by the... He doesn't have enough troops to actually hold these guys. And this utility car is looking for him. I would have just retreated, because he knows the utility car is looking for him, and he's going to do that there, but I don't have anything that can actually help save his sniper there. So this guy is about to say Guten Tag. Well, probably more like Auf Wiedersehen. So he gets killed right there. You can actually see Freedom in his base, and he's dead. So Nick just got doubled. They stole his MG. You got really beat up on this side, and all my troops were over here at this point. So Nick is struggling. They're basically right at our base here. And you know, sometimes the original battle plan for us, I'd usually go to the battle plan, is that I was going to hold the left field and Nick was going to try to hold the right field, and that we would just collapse the middle if we needed to take that victory point. So now we're going to have to change plans. Nick is going to have to, he's going to keep trying to fight on this side, but he's going to eventually have to shift toward the center here and kind of cover our flank along this road here. And I'm just going to keep holding my side. Now, because our good old friends were deciding to try to cut off our point here, it means they're definitely going to do it later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Panzer headquarters right back here. I'm going to face the gun right on this point. So if they try to move in with infantry, they will get suppressed, and it'll also protect my medical headquarters here. Now I'm trying to get some pressure off of Nick here by pushing in on this side. I'm also going to take the middle victory point. I am laying down mines, especially along, like, this is a good spot for a mine. And I'm just going to fall back behind, try to get to cover, and hope the blob goes over this mine here. Not as many troops, only 1 man killed with that, so that was kind of a waste. This is going to be much better, though. It's going to pretty much wipe out 5 guys there. And they're forced to fall back there. I see these guys right here. We're going to keep shooting at them. What's really helping me is having these Storm Pioneers, because just a great unit. We saw them absolutely destroy the commandos in the last video. It just seems like the Axis are so much of an easier... They're just easy to play as compared to the Allies right now, in the way the balance of the game is currently. Anyway, the machine gun could start opening fire on this guy. He does have relatively light armor. You can see he's... And And if this guy does get to vet 1, it can hop on with the incinerator piercing rounds. Armor piercing rounds there. So I'm laying down more mines. I'm definitely, you know, I'm trying to hold this territory while I can. And I'm now just going to save up for a Panther. I'm going to get some Obersoldat. So these guys thought that my infantry was hard to kill originally. A couple Obersoldat squads. Eventually, I mean, I don't really use these guys too much, but there's a doctrine that gives the Obersoldat MP44s. Look at this blob here. And you know where this blob is going? Right here. Do you know where this gun can cover? Right to this green line here. Let's just watch them get slaughtered and suppressed. And I'm getting a second Obersoldat squad here. Look at that. I almost wiped out his squad there, so now he can pierce our lines in the center here, but he will not be able basically to harass this point anymore unless he has some kind of armor. Another sniper is getting killed, but thankfully Nick has a mine there, so it seems like he'll actually get away here, which is good. His units are very damaged. He's definitely gonna look at this. I'm even coming over here to help. I have AT. He hopped in and used like the critical repair thing is gonna get out of there. So I was telling Nick to Panzerfaust him, which he's gonna do. And now he's vet 2, and we're hoping to get him, but he's gonna actually get covered there. Now my whole side's falling to the blob here, and now they have bars. But guess what? We have the Obersoldaten. And these guys, I had to upgrade them. They don't come with the light machine gun anymore, but it is completely worth the upgrade. Just remember, your troops have to stop moving. You can see the Axis and Allies are clashing here. We push them back there. Obersoldaten are moving up also. Actually, looks like they can fire while moving. I'll have to double check that. Now, these guys are 40 manpower each too. 40 manpower each to actually reinforce one guy in the squad. And I built some sandbanks here to try to cover some. I just don't have any MGs to hold this area here. Now you can see these guys are going to try to knock me out here, but I'm going to get out of the negative cover here, just get to something. And yeah, this is not good for this captain here. He's going to be forced to fall back. And we have good units over here. Now we have this machine gun here, so I'm gonna focus fire on him. He's gonna have to pull back there. So the Obersoldaten so far have killed seven enemy men and have done a decent amount of damage so far. I'm definitely really enjoying playing with some of the elite units the OKW has. The Obersoldaten are a great unit. And we are pushing these guys back. Look, that mine exploded and killed some more, but guess who's here? We got this stupid scout car again. And my guys are back at base. I've not upgraded to the forward. I can actually. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't upgrade that just yet. I have plenty of manpower here, so I tend to float manpower on the OKW. I tend not to get a ton of units unless I feel like I need them. But if he's gonna come all the way up to my base here, which looks like he's trying to do, I'm gonna be able to reinforce here. He has got to be careful. Look at them. They're pushing really far into Nick's territory here. This guy gets out of here again. This guy has 8 kills, including a sniper. So Nick set up some kind of bunkers, trying to keep a forward reinforcement point here. And really, he doesn't have a ton of... Wow. Okay, he doesn't have a ton of units, actually. He's building some more grenadiers. So they have cut off this point, and I just noticed it now, so I'm actually going to move my troops over. But look, the blob's coming in again. That's 6 units. I feel like this kind of feels like when I'm fighting the Russians very early on as the Wehrmacht in the game, and there's just the Soviets and those guys. I'm not paying attention. This squad's going to get wiped out if I'm not careful. And you can see the Obersoldaten. I'm calling them in. I'm throwing a grenade right on this blob here and checking out. He doesn't see it. Almost wiped out a full squad there. The Vet 2 squad I'm trying to wipe out. Wiped it out, so that Vet 2 squad's dead here. The other troops are forced back. They are getting quite veteran, but the Orpsidon definitely are 18 kills so far, and they're definitely paying for themselves. So I have my own AT gun now in case they try to charge with this stupid utility car again. And yeah, now they have Rangers here. I mean, it's really just like human wave tactics. These are way too many. You should not blob up like this, because you're going to see what happens when we get stuff to counter that. Possibly even a Storm Tiger. So this is now our new forward retreat point. Healing up my units, which is important. Let's see, as the Allies, the British have their med kits they can give their units. The Russians have the field hospital. I'm pulling back my gun here. You can build a medic bunker at base, which would be good. And I'm just trying to defend this victory point here, but the center is collapsing. I should really shift some of my units over, which I'm doing now. So Nick's gonna shift towards the center, especially with the second blob coming in. Orpsidon are gonna start engaging. Now I have to be careful. I'm throwing grenades in. Throwing 2 grenades in actually. 3 grenades actually. That was my flame grenade. So we're now vet 2 of my Orpsidon, and he almost lost his thing there. They do have an infantry support gun over here. Okay, sorry. It's a pack howitzer, not infantry support gun. I'm just used to fighting the OKW that spam those. So he starts to fall back there. We are taking this point here. I'm going to move up, see what they have. And we're going to hit a mine. Actually, this is a mine that's only tripped by a certain amount of pressure. Look at this. Great target. So I do grab a Panther at this point. I figure it's nice to have some AT. At least so to counter any kind of light armor they may have. So, you know, we're holding 2 victory points. All we need to do to win is just hold this one. And I'm holding this one pretty easily. Units are reinforcing and healing up back here. I gotta say, this is a cool camo. Forgot the name of it. I hardly change my camos on my tanks, but just a cool looking tank. This game can be cinematic, especially if you turn off the taskbar. You can see the grease guns. You can hear them. They have bazookas now. But once again, I have Orpsidon. They do not, and these guys have a lot of kills on them so far. You can see at this range, these guys are not too effective. Actually, I didn't manage to almost kill this squad. Just a lot of infantry is on this side. I chose to show my hand here with the armored car. Now they do have a little a Wolverine tank destroyer. So it's not looking too good right here, but now I have 3 Orpsidon squads. Let's go. Take on any of his units here. You can see they're going to start shredding this unit here. Vet 2. And yep, there we go. So Vet 2 squad destroyed here. Not too worried about this guy here. He's no cover whatsoever, but these guys start to flank me, so that's a little bit of a concern. I'm trying to kill this thing that's suppressing my units. So I did destroy it. I'm going to pull back here. I don't want to lose my Panther. It'd be way too early to do that. So I got to pull back some of these units here. And because one of these guys has... They should be getting killed by these things. They should be able to walk across that minefield just okay. Yeah, okay. Now all the mines become hidden again because you had one unit that could see the mines, so no one got hurt by them. So we're just going to leave the bazooka. We don't want that. We want to make our squad pure infantry killers, which they're starting to do. A lot of infantry kills so far on these guys. You can see they're launching a barrage just at the field here. That's a good idea. So I think it's helping defend our right flank here. They can take this point if they want, but all we need to do to win is hold the middle and the left, and we're holding the left pretty well. And the middle is doing quite well also. I need to heal these guys up now. They're not cheap. They're about, well, 30's not too bad. These should be more than that. It's fine. They still have their armor card. I did not like this engagement my overstood on like that, so I just retreated them. However, this little guy is coming around here. I think I could possibly kill him here, but that's exactly what he did. He had his tank right there, ready to kill me here. So I'm going to have to fall back if I'm not careful. My main gun has been destroyed. So I'm in deep trouble. If they push in here, I could be in, you know, thankfully we have ATs to cover me, even this unit right here. So I got a little lucky there. So we're going to immediately, we have 2 Vet 2 Storm Pioneers. Well, I have 2 Vet 2 Storm Pioneers. I'm going to immediately start Albert. I could do emergency repairs, which will, it's a lot of munitions though to throw into when I'm already getting my tank repaired. So he's just gonna move up, and I could throw a grenade, but I see that he's moving. I tried to cancel at the last second, but that did not work. Now I don't know if the flamethrowers have a bonus versus units in cover. That would make sense to me, but I'm not quite sure. By the way, he did lose his Wolverine. And then look at this. They have a Sherman bulldozer. But I have 2 AT guns and we have a Panther here, so... Well, we have 2 AT guns between the two of us, and that guy got pretty beat up. Now, I have seen that they've set up their position right here, right next to each other, to reinforce units, so that's good to know. You can see that through the fog of war. And later on I may do something about that. We'll have to see. These guys took forever to capture this point, and I have to fall back with them, so that's frustrating. So we are in a heavy cover here. I'm grabbing a Storm Tiger, Storm Tiga. And I should probably saying it just one way. And yeah, we should be able to show these guys. Vet 3 though, 6 kills. I have a lot of units right here, ready to do some damage. So I want to be smart with this guy. I don't want to be stupid, but I also want to be aggressive with this. So the plan is, you know, you fire, it takes 50 seconds for this thing to reload. So I'm going to move up with all my troops to distract my opponents. So this is very dangerous. I hit the mine, I'm like, Nick, I'm screwed, I hit the mine here. So I'm immediately gonna, I'm immobilized actually, which is horrible. So I'm trying to pull my units back. I already lost the Storm Pioneer, so I'm gonna do emergency repairs here. And what this will do basically is, let's just repair anything critical. So 7 seconds, I can get the hell out of here. I brought up my own tanks to try to help. I'm gonna pull the hell back here, because I cannot fire, remember, I have to reload. So I got very lucky here, they weren't able to respond quick enough. I did lose my AT unit, but I was just focused on stopping this blob here from destroying my units. So I'm immediately trying to reinforce, not to lose my Panther either. So I have to fall back here, and yeah, I even lost, that was just dumb, I lost my other veteran squad up here. This blob is powerful though. We have to acknowledge that. So I'm gonna start reloading. You see the guy's gonna hop out here, and you can see he's gonna switch out the shell. And I'm gonna repair this tank also. The Panther can get repaired a little bit later. I have my overslowed on. I did lose the Vet 2 squad unfortunately on the attack here. So that was unfortunate. I did lose another squad. Yeah, we lost a lot of people there doing that, but I did manage to save the Storm Tiger, which is very important. And Nick has his own Tiger now, which is very good that he has some heavy armor here. I'm gonna move in with my troops because this is almost done reloading in 3 seconds, and we should be able to do a lot of damage. This is like a great unit that the OKW has. So this blob, they stole my AT gun. That is not cool. They're once again gonna try to build this fighting position up, and I'm just gonna move out with my Storm Tiger. I know they probably could not have got another mine that quickly, so he's gonna start upgrading this actually. I got news for you. Boom, wiped out again. So there goes your little fighting position you guys keep trying to make here. This is killing some of my units though, so I do have to be careful. And they're gonna push in over here again after my Storm Tiger there. And it's like, it's getting stuck on my Panther, and I'm like, back up. So they're immediately gonna get suppressed here. And the bulldozer has stepped up here, so I'm gonna start shooting at that. It is managing, killed the machine gun. It's actually pretty good against units and buildings. And I wasn't paying attention, there's a bazooka on the ground here they picked up. They're actually gonna destroy my Kupelwagen. Yeah, I'm yeah. Snake has shifted his tank over here, and these guys are healing up themselves. They're Vet 3. So yeah, it's not looking that good. We're barely holding our own there. They've taken the victory point again from us. But here come the Oversedan, especially this Vet 4 squad that helps save the day here. I am going to force it back. It almost seems like the Oversedan capture points more slowly than some of the other units. Okay, I do have 10 infantry. Well, 1 vehicle, 2 buildings, and 7 infantry have been killed with this. I don't know if they're counting this as a vehicle or something. But check this out. Yeah, he's just going to immediately pull back. I'm going to stop. I'm going to cease my fire there. I really don't want to waste it on this thing again. But I might as well. This is way too far. Actually, check this out. So I knew that he was gathering troops up here. Let's watch this. Look at that. Instantly got 9 kills there. And you bet like hell I'm going to pull back from this purging that's right here. I can launch a... It's actually a grenade. I thought it was a smoke thing. I haven't really used this Storm Tiger very much. So once again, this... Gotta be careful. I could lose my whole squad here from that. So they have a Pershing here, which is a great tank in this game. It just has no anti-infantry on it. There's no machine guns or anything. Actually, there's one machine gun there. Anyway, we have a lot of AT here. They're just pushing up, which is kind of annoying. Look at that. The Tiger doing a lot of damage. This guy's pushing up here. This should be pushed up here. They have another... They have a Jackson trying to take out Nick's bunker here. I gotta be careful because there is a hidden AT gun here. Anyway, I'm grabbing another Oversedan squad. I lost another one. So they're not having great life expectancy. But just an excellent unit overall. So that unit has been pushed back by Nick's Tiger, but keep in mind when he goes back and forth here, they could be right across the river and actually snipe him. So I'm healing up my units here. I figure shoot, pull back, reload, repair. That's been working pretty well for me. And this is a great positioning of this. My whole base is basically, you know, my base is right here, so I'm close to my base, but I'm still far enough out that I can forward retreat here And this is doing a great job of covering our cutoff point here in the center.
Prepare to execute. Supply half-track is ready for orders.
But I love this Storm Tiger. It's great. And now the next headquarters that's going to come down is the mechanized headquarters. Now I'll have health, defense, and repair back here to help our tanks out. So I'm not quite sure what I want to target next for this. I know they're getting a lot of tanks, just like how they massed infantry earlier. Look at this, 2 Oversatton squads in the woods taking shots at these guys in the exposed peninsula here, the little island here. They're in a lot of trouble there. They have to fall back there. I'm just keeping my tank in reserve here, because I know I need my units to actually, some units to actually move up to the center here. By the way, I have no problem upgrading these guys to light machine guns because they are totally worth it. So I'm gonna move up and see what we got here. I can see that we have a Jackson and a Panther. So these guys are bunched up here, so they do have to be careful, and I do see these guys are repairing. So I'm gonna fire right here. And yep, there goes that whole squad. Goodbye. And my Panthers here in case they want to push up with any kind of AT. We're actually going to target this Sherman here and hope to destroy it. Nick's Tiger did miss. I gotta be careful because I can blitz out of here. And so the Sherman has been destroyed along with the AT gun. However, the purging is over here and they're flanking me. Thank goodness for Nick's AT gun here. And I'm gonna blitz the hell back here. I cannot lose this. I have my engineers are about to pop out here and they're gonna start repairing. But look at this, 24 kills. Like, that was great. The tank was on fire. So that was a massive loss. Our opponents lost 2 armor units, and more infantry. Now, keep in mind, I still know this is where they are. Now, it looks like the player in red has lost most of his units. He doesn't have a lot of infantry left. Let's count them really quickly. What Cales has. Cales. Yeah, he's getting it. He just has 1 machine gun. He's been absolutely decimated by that. He just hasn't released, you know, got more units. They've been killed, I think, mostly by the Storm Tiger. Sturm, as they would say. I'm calling it Storm. That's very American. The way I'm saying. And look at that airplane. That's kind of cool. However, it showed them where I was, so I'm like, oh boy, this guy is stuck reloading for another 38 seconds. And look at that heavy artillery. If this guy, I don't think click stop. Maybe that will stop my reload there, but I was so close to being done. And we get abandoned, and what sucks is that it barely got damaged. So there goes my 24 kills on the Storm Tiger. I was telling Nick to be careful because he's just sitting around here. Like my guy was, except he was reloading. So I'm going to pull these engineers away from here. I want to replace him. I want to put cheap units in here because these guys are very easy to reinforce with. So I can quickly hop these guys in. And I thought it was over. That was actually a very long bombardment. I was trying to repair. So yeah, this guy's usually just be making tanks now, AT. Keep in mind, I still know where he is. So we have the center held. If they want to keep throwing my infantry near this guy, I'd be happy to oblige him. And I'm gonna grab a Stuka Sufus. Look at this. The officer's moving up. And look at this blob right here. Great, look at that. Wiped out 1 squad there, almost killed the full 2nd squad. Just 10 instant kills with the new Storm Tiger crew here. And Nick is now getting the Panzer Grenadiers, so we have a lot of elite infantry going against these standard rifleman squads. So I figure, you know, if they want to keep attacking like that against this point, totally happy with that. I'm going to reload again. The guy's going to hop out. You can see he's now a Volksgrenadier. Volksgrenadier. Volks. A Volks, yeah. This is the V in German. You know, when I was in Berlin, we actually stood... It's just a parking lot now, but we actually stood above where Hitler's bunker used to be. And that was... I mean, it's just a parking lot, but they have a little sign there, and our tour guide was telling us, like, that's where he spent his last days. It's actually not too far from the Brandenburg Gate there in Berlin. So, I know exactly where his troops would be, roughly around here. And boom, 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 boom. So, 14 kills there. Didn't manage to swipe any units, but... So, I don't do this sometimes, but if the opponent discovers where you're reinforcing there, you should probably move. These are just my cheap units. I am the real men over here, the battle-hardened Obersoldaten. Ready to do some damage. And I don't know if it's even worth... I mean, maybe if these guys try to take this point, I'll blast it. But you can see this whole area has been completely, like, between the artillery going back and forth. It's been blasted. And you can see these guys are Vet 3 wiped out here. So the Obersoldaten are definitely doing their job here. I gotta say, this is a very, very fun match I played. It was interesting to... And look at this, guys. They're trying to flank all the way around us. They're trying to go up to the Stuka Sufus, I think. So the engine got hit. I would have actually targeted the Pershing if I was Nick with these guys. So he knows he's in trouble. I'm going to blitz and move up here. We're going to try to kill the Pershing if we can. Vet 2 here. I did not think we were going to see this many Wolverines here. So the Pershing should die here. So, unfortunately, he lost his unit here, but I gotta pull back here. There's 3 Wolverines. Now, in numbers, these guys can do a lot of damage. Look at that destruction. I mean, Nick's Panzer Grenadier is gonna move in here. Let's see if they can actually kind of save his AT. Now I was gonna move up, and I'm like, if I fire right now, I'll kill all of Nick's troops. And something's coming down here, artillery, so I do have to move back up. So Nick's gonna try to move some of his forces here. And they're gonna move in here. There's some kind of smoke coming down. I'm not sure what that's from. These guys are Vet 3 now. And the smoke has actually hurt the captain, probably, because these guys up close will absolutely destroy them. I did have this unit right here ready. So the Panther is now Vet 3 and nice and repaired. And this heavy artillery the American was calling down, I'm not sure it's doing a whole lot. He's using up all his munitions, and he badly needs that munitions to basically... He's losing a lot of troops. He needs that munitions to arm his guys with bars to try to take on the Obersoldaten. But these darn Wolverines, in numbers, these guys are good, but by themselves, they really suck. So I'm just letting my guys... I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident. The victory points are now in our favor, and if we're able just to hold on to these 2 things, you know, the Obersoldaten are covering the left flank, and the middle is easily covered by the Storm Tiger. I usually never have 4 tanks. Look at this. And there goes 3 men. So that wasn't too many there. They saw me, and they decided to pull back. I want to keep my tanks safe. Because I believe once you start the reload process, you can't stop. So Sugosifus is going down. Yeah, it was a creeping barrage. It was following them as they retreated there. So yeah, once again, Vet 5, 32 infantry kills with these guys. I cannot stress how great Obersoldaten are in this game. You can see I was just losing with the Volksgrenadiers earlier. And they temporarily took that from us, but they're taking too many losses for what they're achieving there. Now, it would have been nice if I started using this Tukusufus and actually bombarded this area right here. Wow, Incinerate rockets looks so cool. I haven't actually used that before. And I won't be able to use it in this match here. See, they're pushing up again, and they have flamethrowers. I think, yeah, Nick does have a mortar with 4 kills. I should try to take this munitions back again, because it just helps me. I can also get a King Tiger too now. But I have too much population. These guys are 10 pop, so it's 30 pop right there. Yeah, Storm Tiger. Now it'd be crazy if you could have this and the King Tiger. I actually went up against that one time, and I'm happy they switched the rules around. We don't need to have 2 Tigers on the field. It's like you can't have 2 Pershings or 2 IS-2s. Now I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna start trying to kill. I can only see one guy out of a 3-man squad. He's gonna have to fall back here. Just pushing in enemy lines, can see what I can actually get. I want to know where they were reinforcing. So I now know their ambulance is right here, and that's where their troops are gathering. I gotta pull back from the Pershing. Looks like he does actually have a machine gun. Maybe 2. Looks like he actually threw something off. So lucky for my opponent, he actually moved his troops here. He's actually going to retreat, thinking I'm targeting right here. Actually did not kill his ambulance there, unfortunately. Look how many tanks he has. He has 4 Wolverines and a Jackson. This could overwhelm a Panther or even a Tiger if it gets singled out, and they also have a Pershing. Anyway, Nick's going to move in here. Wiping out some units. Forcing that guy back. He does have to be careful though, his tank is slightly injured, and there is a giant blob here. Blob armored warfare here. I think it's cool to see this amount of tanks here now. It'd be nice if they all ran into a bunch of ATs. Look at that heavy hitting Jackson there. Brought my tank over to make sure to screen for Nick here. I do not want him to lose his tank. These guys are even moving in. He's got to get his tank back. Now he can't see this obviously, but now he does. And I'm going, oh my gosh. So I hit his rear armor here. Main gun's destroyed on that one. I got the AT units here. But there was just so many of these. There's, you know, still 5 tanks right there. I'm now Vet 4 here with my Panther. So Nick lost another Panther and another Tiger. They only lost 1 Wolverine there, but I'm gonna push up a little bit. If I can take out another one of these guys, I will. So we do. So that's another one down. So who knows what would have happened if I kept pushing. But keep in mind they do have a Pershing. And check it out. I hit a mine here with my tank. And I'm in combat here. To do emergency repairs. So I'm going to hop on the emergency repairs right away here. But they also have AT units behind our lines here with the captain. So the Storm Tiger's coming over. So finally we can actually get out of here and I can blitz, but he's behind me at the Wolverine. And I'm going to lose my Vet 4 tank, unfortunately. So that's okay. I have plenty of fuel now, actually. I can get another Panther. No problem, which I'm getting one right now. So you can see we have... This guy's got 1,000 manpower. I mean, I mean, that really sucks that we lost that, but we've definitely inflicted some losses on our opponent's armor core here. But at the same time, this Panther's going to take a little while to make. And there's a Pershing over here. We're going to try to take a third point from them. They're pushing in the middle here. I'm going to try to force these infantry back here. Actually looking at what's happening on this side here with the Pershing. Pushing back my Oversadon. So that's going to Nick for his help here, and the Tiger's going to come deal some death to these guys here. As you can see his tank, you know, there's still a blob of these tanks around. He moved way too far up here. Come on, I just got my Panther off the assembly line here, and it's trying to move up into combat here. But once again, he is going to be singled. I'm going to try to launch it right along here. So I did manage to destroy one of those. I think that was the... Yeah, Wolverine got killed here. So I'm trying to save my Storm Tiger. And ATs are trying to come around here. But this Pershing is strong. I'm going to try to intercept it here. His rear armor is going to be exposed now. But he's just going to push on ahead. He thinks he's going to get out of here. So I just lost that, which is really unfortunate here. And they're taking our field. So this has been a devastating attack by this guy who has killed 4 infantry. I'm asking Nick to please Panzerfaust this guy, which he's going to do. So, goodbye Pershing Vet 2. So they lost that. Heavy artillery is raining down on us once again. So, yep, they killed him. They killed my Storm Tiger and my Vet 4 Panther. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab myself a King Tiger. And show my opponents, you know, I'm not going to be able to kill the infantry as quickly now, but still a King Tiger is a King Tiger, a very good unit overall. Nick is capturing some of this victory points again, the stars. As the next Tiger gets hit again. And look at it, the beautiful King Tiger. I guess you can only get 32 command points. That has not changed. I guess it's like the max XP you can get per level. So we're both bruised, but we're definitely not completely out of this fight, either of us. I think our opponents are hurting more than we are. We pulled out another Tiger. And the King Tiger is going to move to the center. You can see the Oversadon are fighting with the Rifleman there. And yeah, it's not a competition between the Vet 5 Oversadon. And Nick is recapturing the field on the left flank here. See more riflemen are just unequipped with bars charging the center here. They use all their munitions on that massive artillery barrage they're doing. That's 3 or 4 times it. That's about 1,000 munitions. Another squad wiped out there. And an AT gun is going to pull up here, but I do have the Vet 5 Oversadon unit with 36 kills, and it actually can run, which is one of the bonuses it gets, and it will absolutely wipe the floor with this AT gun here. So goodbye, squad wiped out. There's another squad here. It has 5 men in it because it is Vet 2 or 3 that you get access to 5 men. Yeah, vet 3. So I'm gonna fall back. He's gonna try to move and scatter. Not a good barrage by me there. I wonder, oh, it's a toggle ability, okay. They're throwing smoke down with their rifles. Or was it honor coming in? These guys are also reinforcing. Nick does have his Tiger on the left flank here. And his units around here also. So we are guarding this. We have the artillery superiority here. And we have the armor superiority right now. The question is, how many men are they going to throw away, and will their manpowers become... Will they take so many losses they can't even keep their units reinforced properly? We're already seeing a munition shortage on the Americans here. However, they have another Pershing here, which is unfortunate. And I got to pull back here because I see there's a Pershing, so... You know, I say good luck to the Pershing against these two units here because we could definitely take him out. Now, he doesn't have that many Wolverines because he has lost 2 of them, so... Look at him moving in here. We're going to hit his rear armor here. And he's going to have to fall back there. If his Wolverines want to move up and try to take this engagement, I'll gladly take them on because these guys are only 80 fuel and they have no chance of taking on a King Tiger. Unless they get behind and overwhelm it with numbers, but I'm not going to let that happen. Anyway, I see that I'm getting hit by... Now they could use that because my Tiger is distracted, but we do have more Obasadon in the middle here to help out. I've had 5 squad, 40 kills so far on him. The ones only have 17 between the 2 of them. Nick has a machine gun bunker behind a trench. I'm not sure it's actually... it may not even shoot through that trench there. So they harassed us earlier. You can see they're gonna beat that unit. So I'm gonna try to actually cut off their fuel. See how they like it this time, which they don't. So I do have to be careful here. I'm going to launch my artillery barrage, and I figure he's just going to push forward. No, this is base. So that wiped out his ambulance there, so that's just more fuel and manpower he has to spend. Trying to turn my King Tiger around here. So our infantry is really paying for themselves more than their infantry here. They're getting desperate. They're down to 127 victory points here. And around this point, they want to surrender. But one of the players did not want to surrender, so they talked their guy into staying longer, I guess. Anik's trying to kill the AT gun here. It definitely has been a long video at this point, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this match so far. You can see it's almost over here. We're having a lot. There's just a lot of fun playing with the different kinds of Tigers here, and a lot of armor clashes in this match here. Look at that nice rear shot there, another side shot there from the... So the crew is shocked here. We're going to push up here. And if we managed to kill his Pershing again here, and they don't really stand any chance of taking either of these victory points, so... We're just going to wait to see what actually makes these guys quit, and I will tell you it's going to be the Stuka Sufus here in a minute. So I'm actually going to destroy this rocket in Wehr. Shouldn't let the enemy have that. So when you get an artillery barrage launched at you, your first instinct is to they're obviously targeting where you are now. Now they're going to be pushed forward, but I predicted that they'd come forward, and that's where the barrage is actually happening, and look at that. So in one shot here, He got his full force completely wiped out there. That's when they decided to surrender. So good game to our opponents. You can see, let's pull up the kills and deaths here. I had 264 kills with 108 losses. Not too bad. These guys got 35 kills. Mostly to the Storm Tiger and the Suksufus were great. And then my Orsadon, they just got a lot, not that one, but these two got a lot of kills here. Given our opponents, if you guys enjoyed, leave some comments down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Codforman221 signing off.